Here we go. Oh yeah. Truth question. Question for truth. Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going to go on a quest for truth together. Yes, we are. We certainly are, folks. We're going on a quest for truth together because, why? Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious, and the paranormal is the new normal. Welcome once again, fine Truth Questers, to another episode 101. Yes, count them, 101 on the Truth Quest here. So there we go. 101 episodes. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing, folks, that it would be the 101st episode today. Yes, as you know, it's the 10th today. And I'm going to share this out to my Facebook friends because they might be waiting for this little notification. So they know where to come and to join the fun, where we're questing for the truth, always questing live. Call in. There we go. And we'll set that off to the wonderful world of Facebook. Hello, Philip Oliver and Mud Rabbit and Catherine Weiss. Wow. You guys beat me here, I think. I'm glad to see you here. Oh, 4 is my lucky number. When you hit that thumbs up, you get that lucky number. So that's what I got, number 4. And welcome to the show. We're here again. Oh yeah, just questing, baby. We're questing. Had quite a day in the news today, I tell you. I mean, everyone's talking about it, fluttering around. We'll get into that a little bit in a little bit here. Hello, Catherine Weiss, Philip Oliver, and Mud Rabbit. Alrighty then. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go, if I can, go over here to my Facebook page and share this out to my Facebook page, on my Truth Quest page. Because I've already shared it on my main page. I have more people following me on my main page than I do on the Truth Quest page. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, my computer is going very slowly today. For some reason, folks. I don't know what it is. There it is. Okay. Well, let me do it. Let's see. Yeah, we have some interesting things to talk about today, folks. One is a photograph, and I didn't even have time to look into the image to see where it came from. It was posted by a friend, and it had no, it listed no origin. So I have to go and dig a little deeper to find out what it is. But it's an interesting photograph. And it might just be something paranormal, because the paranormal is the new normal. If there is a new normal, it's the paranormal. Let's make it that. All right. Let's change it up and give it our own little twist, shall we? I think we shall. You know what? I think it's on a different. Here we go. There we are. All righty then. Now we're back. Okay, let's get into this, friends. And I'll show you this picture that I came across today. It was very interesting. And it was just shared by a random friend on the intranet. And look at that. I mean, okay, it looks like lightning, right? However, up here it's got, it looks like, is this what ball lightning is? Is this like a giant ball with lightning coming off of it? Is that what ball lightning is? I don't know. Or is that maybe some kind of ship up there? It looks almost perfectly round, like a sphere, possibly. Also, these arcs, they don't look as angular. They look more organic than most electric arcs I've seen. Isn't that strange? What do you think about that? Could be ball lightning, yeah, Mud Rabbit. Anyway, I thought that was very interesting. I've never seen anything like this before. Any lightning like that, or there's a ball. Like, it doesn't even look like, well, you know, I guess those are clouds, right? So I guess it could be something just inside the cloud there. It's really cool looking. Yeah, it's very bizarre. So maybe I'll go back over here to the image, and we'll see if we can zoom in on this thing. Oh, it's pixelating already. All right, well, we got to go in and we got to make this. It's only 72. We'll go 240 DPI. There we go. It's going to take effect. Did it work? Still looks oh, it's thinking. Okay, there it goes. Okay. Now we'll see. Okay, here we go. All right. Yeah, let's see if we can get anything out of there. It's pretty intense light there, but it's not. Oh, that's bizarre. And it looks like the clouds above it are just very sparse. Is that what that is? Sparse clouds? Wow, that's bizarre. And it's very, let me bring some color into it, see if that helps. It's kind of a warm glow to it. It's warm color. And like I said, these arms don't look like your typical, I mean, usually a lightning bolt is very angular. These are very smooth looking, like it's a different kind of energy, maybe, possibly. I don't know. It's bizarre. Totally bizarre. And so it looks like it's affecting several things. Maybe it's some kind of directed energy beam to, help whatever living beings or creatures it's trying to help or trying to hinder. Who knows? Yeah, let's go over here and see what people are saying about it. Hi, Divine Tiffany. How are you doing today? Good to see you here. Yeah, it's very strange. So I thought I'd throw that up there and see what you guys all thought. Um, I'm still kind of struck by how the veins of the lightning aren't as angular as normal lightning. It almost looks like your nerves of your body or veins or blood vessels or something. Your organic curves, not tight, sharp, angular at all, hardly. I don't know what that means, if it means anything, but yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. Oh, you're doing good, Tiffany. Yes, well, I'm doing very well too. I'm really happy to be here amongst all my friends and sharing interesting, weird stuff that I found. So there's that. So there's mystery number one for today. We don't know what it is. It's just put it in the mystery pile. We don't know. We don't know what it is. Maybe we'll see something later that will correlate, right? People often ask me what my religious leanings are, and so I think I'd share this with you here. I wanted to be a monk, but I never got the chance. Chance. Oh, of course, that's a joke, folks. I wanted to be a monk, but never got the chance. Oh, I love jokes like that. And this, Indian Hills Community Center, whoever is running this board, he or she or they have either the best sense of humor or a really good joke department in their library that they reference because they always have very funny, interesting things that, you know what, in the world as crazy as it is, if you can get just 1 second of laughter, that's that's great. That is great. You know, if you can make people laugh, maybe they're laughing at you. That's fine. I love doing that. I love waving at the big screen TV when you're walking into Walmart and I always wave, hello out there in TV land, everybody out there in TV land, and people around me are like, wow. But you know what? I think it's starting to catch on. You know, it's nice that they're putting us on reality TV like that. We have to acknowledge it. It's there you go, and there you have it. Okay, from what I've seen of dew weapons, it's a beam down like bursts. Yeah, straight. I think I've seen some of those images if that's what they are. Appreciate the dad jokes. Tell a lot of them myself. Yeah, it's you have to. I mean, it's kind of what we were put on this planet for, I think. One of the main reasons. There weren't enough jokes on the planet. We need some more jokesters. Send some more comical dads down there to Earth. There we are. That's how we got here. It's a higher power that some of us are just, meant to fulfill or to try to fulfill or to help others fulfill. So there's that. And they're always fun, I think they have a different one every week or maybe, I don't know, not every day. I don't know. But they're always funny. They're just whoever's doing that, Boy, that'd be a cool person to get on, huh? Get someone like that on the show. Laughter is good for everyone. Yes, it'll make you live longer. Yeah. I guess you could maybe laugh too much. Some people maybe could die laughing, but that would be a great way to go, I would think. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I hope that everyone's doing well. And if anyone is in need of any prayers or positive energy to be sent your way, we will send it on your way. And because there's someone I'm thinking of that could use some healing energy. And without saying who it is, um, that's who I'm sending my energy to, amongst other people. So there you go. The other thing today, friends, I don't know if you've all been watching the, how can I say this? Maybe I'll just show a picture. You know, it reminds me of a song that Billy Joel did. What was it? I'm an innocent man. Isn't that what it was? Billy Joel. I'm an innocent man. Yeah, it's amazing this even made it to trial. You know, it's clearly with a mountain of evidence even before any of this started. It's a very obvious, clear cut case, in my opinion, of self preservation. Self preservation, because this fine young man would not be sitting there if he hadn't have acted to save his own life. And thank God he had means to do that. And I hope that this guy um, is free very soon, because it's just a shame to have a good person like that, to have the witch hunters after him like this. It's just it's not the America I grew up in. It should never have gone. You know, if it shouldn't have made it that far, in my opinion. Shouldn't have made it that far. And then, so to completely, let's see. Yeah. Thank you, Divine Tiffany. I really appreciate that. Prayers to the person you are thinking of, Aaron. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Um, yeah. Boy, it was so tough to watch him relive some of those horrible moments. And I can just imagine that a person like him going through something like that, being kind of forced into situations like that, that ended up that way, would give you nightmares for the rest of your life. And so he'll have to deal with that the rest of his life, no matter what the verdict. It's, you know, I can't imagine the, all that's just so much. Now, I thought I saw this today and I thought this was interesting. Someone posted this on up. And so we can see from the hill dog here, it's a bird that teaches children things like how to stay healthy. That's it. Okay, and there's a timestamp down here. I think it says 10:55 a.m. And that leads up to this post, this drop. Epstein's plane. Who is she? Follow friends. Friends lead to others. Open source. 17. So look at that. A bird. Okay. It's a bird that teaches children things. She was the bird that taught the children things. She's the child handler. Chelsea or not Chelsea, something Handler. Is that her first name? Rachel Chandler. Rachel Chandler, child handler. So she teaches children things. Interesting. So she teaches children things. She's there. This is on the Lolita Express. There's a picture inside the Epstein Lolita Express, the sex plane. And there, there they are. Man, I can't believe I used to respect that guy. Look at that guy. What a sorry excuse for an ex-president. Unbelievable. Yeah, so that was interesting. What do you think about that? So, hey, free range brain. Elmo's first heart attack. Yes, there's all kinds of great memes coming out. Yes. And I think that's so apropos because one of my favorite classic memes was the one where it shows all the Sesame Street characters, and it says, "We're going to take down the evil cabal with the letter Q and the number 45." So I think that was great. That's a fantastic one. And so that was interesting. She's talking about a bird that teaches children things, and here's a bird that teaches children things, not so good things, that condemns them to a life of slavery, horrifying, with horrifying results. We have to shine our light, friends. It's so amazing that people can't even see what's happening. They can't even see it. Like, this illustrates it perfectly. You got a couple here. They're all masked up in their own home, wearing masks at home, and they're watching something. It looks like, people, saluting a dictator over there, possibly in Germany. And they're saying, imagine being brainwashed like that. Well, I'd say they're brainwashed, probably a little bit more. Look at them. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad to see family members and friends just being played like a fiddle, and you're not listened to because you're the crazy person that doesn't watch the news. So there you go. I thought that was a really good comic. I like the style too. Kind of fun, kind of sloppy, but kind of good. Sure gets the point across. And look at the way he signs it. I bet you he's also a doctor. Look at the way he signs his name. Looks like a doctor, for sure. I'd say it's a doctor. Safe bet. I think it's a safe bet. And, friends, if there's one thing that I've learned over these past few years, is that cartoons, especially one cartoon, can indeed predict the future over and over and over again. Here we go again, friends. The next round of Look What the Simpsons Had back in 2018. It's that Astro World thing with the gates to hell in the mouth, just like They had their, isn't that interesting? And now, was this an actual Simpsons episode? Does anybody remember? Or did someone just make this and do it in a Simpsons style and say, oh, look, to get clicks? I don't know. I stopped watching television many years ago, back before the turn of the century. So before the year 2000, I stopped watching television altogether. Yes. Yes, TV, fluoride, chemtrails, CIA propaganda, GMO shoot foods. It finally paid off. That's right. Hello, Kelly George. Oh, you know what? I got to put the chat, what you call it, um, to call in. All of this stuff to call in. So I'm getting that here for you, friends. I got kind of carried away. There we go. And now everybody loves that one tap mobile thing. All the kids are doing that one tap mobile deal. So I know how important that is to a lot of you people out there in TV land. So out there in intranet land, there you go. So if you want to call in, that's how you can do it. Just call in on the Zoom, and you have to have Zoom, but you can get Zoom for free. There's a free version of it, and you can use that to get on. So that's how we do it. And so that's interesting. Oh, thanks, Kelly George. Thank you very much. Prayers sent to your friend and some in the family. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to chat much, but I'll be listening. Yes, a lot of times when I'm listening to a show, I'm looking at the chat rarely because I'm doing other things or, I'm working on stuff. Hello, Austin Morris. Greetings to you out there in Knoxville, Tennessee, where they once had what, the Winter Olympics over there? Or is that what they had? No, Summer Olympics? Some kind of Olympics they had over there. I can't remember which one it was, but it was a pretty big deal down there, down in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah, so if Simpsons really did predict this, that goes on the wow, the list of things that make you go, how did the Simpsons know that, right? How did they know that? It's just crazy. It's crazy that they knew that. Or did they know that? I don't know. Hard to say, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to search for something really quick here. See if we can find it. The 1982 World's Fair. Never Olympics in K-Town? Oh, okay. Oh, what was I thinking? Knoxville. Something happened there. Something big. Something big happened there. Yeah. I'm looking for an image here, folks. So bear with me. Hmm. I think this might be it. Yeah. Let's put that down here. Because The Simpsons, man, I'm sure you might have all seen some of these comparisons of The Simpsons and the real life things that happened with Trump in his presidency. And I just think it's remarkable. But you know what, friends? Of all the inventions over the last 100 years, I think one of the most remarkable inventions is probably the dry eraser marker board. That's the most remarkable. Boom. Most remarkable. How do you like that? How do you like them apples? Okay. There it is. And there that is. So let's get to it. So I don't know if that really was an episode on Simpsons. If you saw The Simpsons or you watched The Simpsons, if you remember that particular episode, please feel free to comment on that. Hello, Brooklyn Way. Good to see you here. So another one, friends, and you might also be aware of this because, you know, if you're in this community, you might have seen a lot of this stuff, but I just think it's powerfully amazing. And you know, this one in particular, I think this image right here proves that time travel is involved, because now if you look at this, I'll make it a little bigger here if I can. So, okay, you got this guy, and Trump, okay? You got the way the light's hitting, like under his eyes, and look at the light is hitting. Now, this is not something they normally do on this cartoon, but it's very evident here. The globe is in the exact same position. Their hands are in the same position. But now look at the background. Now, okay, this one doesn't show fully the background. But if in the bigger pictures, everyone in the background has the exact same tie. Like look, here's Melania, there's Melania. There's this, okay, this guy right here, same tie, same brown jacket. And this guy over here has a button. Okay, this guy has a button, same color tie, same color jacket. Now, there's a better image that shows a bigger view of both of these that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. There is no way they could have made this cartoon many years earlier and anticipated all of the different clothes everyone was going to wear and everything. Unbelievable. And even he's got a striped tie here, striped tie. Plain tie, plain tie. He's got like a yellow with a white, yellow with a white. He's got a pocket here, pocket. It's, you know what it's like? It's like when you open up a can of beans, it's like uncanny. It's uncanny. It's a bizarre world. Now, did Trump see this episode and say, okay, I want you to wear this outfit today, and you have to stand exactly right here? I mean, I suppose that could be a possibility, but I don't think so. What do you guys think about that? Isn't that bizarre? What is the globe there? That's a globe of the world. And it's in the exact same orientation as it is here. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I contend that the makers of this, Matt Groening and company, They had access to this image from the future, and they put it in the cartoon. That's the only answer. Unless this was done afterwards in the style of Simpsons and it wasn't really part of the episode. But I do believe I saw this, because I saw that episode. So I don't know. And then 9/11 on the magazine behind Bart, yeah. Yeah, that's, and now you got this Astro World image that the Simpsons predicted in 2018. In 2018. So Trump would have been in office. So was Trump, okay, we got this chronovision of something that's going to happen in the future. Give this to Matt Groening, have him put it in one of the cartoons this year, because Aaron Moriarty is going to do a show on Truth Quest. He's going to talk about it. So it has to, we have to make it happen. I think that's probably what happened. Same company responsible for Futurama. Yeah, there you go, Futurama. There you go. Hiding in plain sight. Groening is a Mason. Okay, free range brain. I did not know that, but it does not surprise me. I'm not a Mason, by the way. No, I'm not a Mason. Yeah, I just think this is just freaky. Freaky beyond freak. And if you could see, and even the guy right here behind the Arab guy, he's got the same kind of pale blue or green colored thing. Sure. I mean, it's all, there's no way you could get all of that right. There's no possible way. Like I said, okay, either it's a hoax and this wasn't in the cartoon and someone just made it after they saw this picture and claimed it was in an episode, although I do remember it. Like, I guess it's a remote possibility. The other possibility is someone gave them this picture from the future and they integrated it into one of their cartoons, because they're always looking for things to do. And, you can do something for the deep state. I'm sure they'll pay some of their bills for them. Right? Yeah. But so the other one, and I'm sure you've probably seen the video, and it's funny to watch the video, and I don't have the video queued up, but I have to search for it. Sometime in the future, we'll get that going. But you might have already seen this, and you can look on the intranet yourself. Check on the intranet. And so here's the cartoon version in 2000, Simpsons, published in the year 2000. Okay, here's cartoon Trump going down the escalator. And then here's the real Trump going down the escalator. Okay, you can see everything is the same, the same details. It's the same place, people holding signs. Now, if you watch the video, the real video, someone's holding a sign. It doesn't say paid, but someone's holding a sign and then they drop it. And then in the cartoon, someone drops their sign too at the exact same time. I'm not kidding. If you've probably seen it. And look at this. Look at the Trump logo. Okay. America, you can be my ex-wife. America, you can be my ex-wife. Okay, that really wasn't a slogan. It's kind of funny. But and it's just www.donaldtrump.com. But here's Trump with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. Here it's got 1, 2, 3 stars. And there's a thin kind of a pink or red line, just like this red line through the purple. I mean, look at how identical this is. Look at the way the flags are. He's wearing a red tie. I mean, there's 2 white things shown here, 2 white things shown there. He's got a flag pin, flag pin. It's the microphone's coming up from here. The microphone's coming up from here. It's crazy. It's crazy, folks. It is absolutely crazy. So I don't know. I rest my case. Oh, Free Range Brain says the original chronovisor is Solomon's Table, is hidden in Toledo, Spain. Oh, it must be a different Toledo. I'm thinking of Toledo, Ohio. I hope they didn't take Toledo, Ohio. We're taking this town. We're bringing it to Spain. No, it's probably a Toledo, Ohio was probably named after Toledo, Spain. Hey, there you go. That's what I think. Isn't that ironic, folks? Isn't that bizarre? I think they did a pretty good job of characterizing him into the Simpson world. Yeah, you should see it sure does Green Dragon 64. You should see the video. Look on the intranet for the video analysis, the comparison of the two. He waves his hand like his like up here, his right hand first, and then his left hand, and his right hand again. He does the exact same hand moves. Exact. And that there's someone's holding a sign like this, and it falls over here too at the exact same time. It's just bizarre. So I'm totally convinced there's something going on. There can't not be something happening there. Something is definitely freaky and going on. What is it? We can guess, right? Yeah, that was Trump's first visit to Saudi Arabia. Yes. Yes, Saudi Arabia was the first place he went. Yeah, and he was part of a ceremony that no outsider had ever been to. He gave the sword to somebody or some sword ceremony, and that's where. And after he left, they arrested like 200 ex-princes and ex-ministers, took all their money, put them in jail. Yeah. Yeah, Toledo's city in Spain, yes. I haven't been to Spain yet, but I've been to Oklahoma. I think it's a song. It looks very trippy. Next time I'll get that video all queued up and we can take a look at that. It's, like I said, it's extremely bizarre. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah. Let's go, Brandon. Maybe Brandon's been bringing the information back and forth from the future. Maybe that's what's been happening. You think? Do you think? And just in case people didn't see it from before, here is the latest. Someone dug this up, apparently. 2018, The Simpsons apparently knew that this event was going to happen at the Astro World. So there you go. So everyone's watching old reruns of Simpsons to see what the heck is next, right? How do you know which episode will be next? You just don't know. You just don't know. I suppose we could take the time machine and go into the future, find out. Then we can't come back and tell anybody. Yeah, walking across the DMZ, that was amazing that Trump did that. Yeah. And being invited to the Forbidden City. Yeah, he really, and what, 3 or 4 Mideast peace deals in 4 years? Who could come close to that? Who could ever come close to that? Nobody. The guy was amazing. Amazing. Because, I think I kind of understand how Trump operates. He he befriends these people like Kim Jong-un and says, look, you've got prime property. You've got vacation property. If you had hotels here, this would be the ideal spot. People could come and go. You'd have people from China, people from Japan. You could have, he built it up and gave a vision of a wonderful, inclusive future for his people and that spot that they're in. And it's captivating to think you could bring something good to your people like that. And I think that really struck a chord. I think that's part of it. He helps people to see opportunities and even the opportunity zones. The opportunity zones that Trump started, I think it was, who was the Senator? Scott. His last name was Scott, I think. But what it did was it offered a tax haven for billionaires if they would invest in these inner city areas to bring jobs and futures to these places that need employment. And what's interesting, and what someone was pointing out the other day, I think it was it Amazing Polly or was it Frank? But I can't remember where I heard this, but so apparently, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about this information, but who knows? Hey, Q Trendsetter, Artist 61, how you doing? Yeah. So that's that. The Simpsons keep predicting the future. How are they doing it? Are they connected with the CIA? Well, entertainment, I think. Well, the show is influential as The Simpsons. I think, yeah, they would be remiss to miss the opportunity to affect the masses the way they want to with the messages and everything else. This is pre-programming. They're telling us they're going to do it in cartoon form, and then they do it because we don't object. Hello, Peggy Dancer. Yes. So the Simpsons are just busy predicting the future constantly. Constantly. Guess who's back, friends? Tyler at Secure Team is back. And this is one of the things that, so this is over Glasgow. And so what is this? What is this thing? So I have a theory about what this might be. In the video, it shows it going smoothly across the sky. It's not wobbling or anything. I want to do an experiment, friends. And what I'm going to do, because I've seen a number of these. Oh, it's a humanoid shaped thing. It's floating. What is it? I want to do an experiment with some Mylar balloons in a sack or a semi-rigid container with it weighted at the bottom so that it would appear to be an upright figure or something like that. Because I think it would do the exact same thing. However, I think I'm going to tether mine with maybe a fishing line so I can reel it back in so I don't lose it. So I don't want dolphins to choke on it, So I might do that just to try to see how it looks. Because I think some of these things might just be, oh, oops, the balloons that are still in a bag got out of the van and they're going up in the sky now. They're all still clumped together. and they're floating together. They're in a container that kind of keeps them together. I don't know. Could be. Now, I watched that video and I tried to get a screenshot to get that shape. I couldn't find it. Didn't really have a lot of time to look. The closest one I could find was this. So it still has like a humanoid shape to it. It doesn't have those spiky things coming off of it. Yeah, I don't know. What is that thing? So I'm thinking maybe it's just a like a hefty bag with a bunch of balloons in it, and it's floating. That's what I think it is. A Red Queen's Army. Looks like a card soldier from the Red Queen's Army. Oh, on playing cards. Could be. Yeah, it does have a kind of a human look to it, doesn't it? So that's kind of freaky. So there you go. There you go. And let's see if that thing is up there and we can watch it. Oh, where is it? Is this it? Okay. Wow. That's not it. Oh, it's over here. Okay. So we're going to go back to here. So this is Secure Team. Tyler, go give him a like and a subscribe. So here it is. The footage is kind of, see, there's this thing. Okay. And it's just floating there in the sky. Isn't that strange? Very strange indeed. And he's trying to get someone's attention to look at this thing. And I don't see those spiky things on this at all. That might have been a glitch in the frame that he caught there. And it goes down. You can see it right here. You can barely see it, but it's still above the ground. Okay, then he goes on into this. Now, this to me, I don't know. It's like out of the side of a vehicle. It could be just done afterwards. Lights in the sky, I'm just not so interested in that. You know, it could be done so easily. In the past, when it was not easy to do, it was a little more interesting, but it's just become too easy to do. So there's this other thing in here that I wanted to show you. It's this, he calls it a cube. Let's just see. So check this out. It's kind of tumbling like a silver cube up in the sky. You see that? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to use too much of this. And fair use. Like I said, subscribe to this guy. He's got great videos. He's got a great voice for this too. He's really a cool guy. I'd love to get him on the show, actually. So, and thank him. So here's a closer up view of it. It's a tumbling. It doesn't look so much like a cube, but some sort of a geometric shape, maybe a dodecahedron, dare I say. It's something, a multi-sided geometric shape. Someone's dome home with too much helium in it, right? What is it? What is it? Now he says it's going back and forth. I'm not so sure it's going back and forth, because when you're zooming in on something like that, it doesn't take much of a move to make it appear like it's going back and forth. It might not actually be going back and forth, but he's just trying to keep it in frame. So he does make a comment about that here, and I just don't, I don't know. It's very interesting though, don't you think? Very strange. Shiny thing up there floating around. Now, you can get, of course, Mylar is extremely reflective, but to get flat surfaces like that, that would be tough to do. Not impossible, but there it's. See, look at that. It doesn't look like a cube necessarily, but like a multifaceted shape. Heck, well, maybe it's a supercube. Maybe that's a sign from the heavens to get the supercube going. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? I thought that was interesting. Okay. So the rest of it, those are the two most interesting things I saw in it. But, oh, you know what? I'll give the URL, or the link, over into the chat. So if you want to watch that, here you go. That's that video. How do you like that? All right. It looks like nobody's in the queue yet. If anyone wants to call in, feel free to call in. Kind of open subject night tonight is, you know, whatever you got. So there you go. And there you have it. I hope everyone's doing fine out there. Best toy ever, yes. Hey, Aaron Moriarity. That sounds familiar. Now that wouldn't be my son, would it? Because my son loves the supercubes, and he would say something like that. Well, hello, Aaron. Good to see you. And everyone over there that Aaron works with that watches the show, hi there. How you doing? I heard your the call-in number. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not it. Let me get it here for you. All right. Here is the Zoom link. Oh, you already got it in there, Mud Rabbit. Oh, she's quick. Maybe I'll get the one tap before she does. Internet's kind of choppy. Good to see you here, Ralph. There's the one tap. Aha. Oh, you got the one tap mobile. You did it. You did it all. I didn't even see that. See how good they are? You don't even know they're doing it, and they did it already. Hey, Dad. Hey, buddy. I'm glad to see you here. Doppelganger. No, that's my son. He's got the same name. And I'm telling you, it causes a problem with mail, right? Whose mail is this? So, I've vowed that if I ever have any more kids, I'm not naming them after myself again. I'm not going to be like George Foreman. He named all of his kids George Foreman. No, I'm not going to do that. I did it once, and that should be good enough. Yeah, that's my son. Yep. Proud father of baby Emery and Hazel. Two of the cutest kids in the world. Unbelievably cute. Do I have your permission, AJ, to show Emery's picture? Because I think I showed it yesterday anyway. Well, I'll wait to hear from you, buddy. La 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 la. Oh yeah, there we go. Having a good time. Yeah. Hey Yoshi, 420, how you doing? I like those icons. 3 aliens and 3 ships, for sure. Oh, you said sure. Okay, all right, we'll do that. I hope I still have it on my desktop. We'll see if I do. La 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 la. Oh yeah. Here's a picture of her. Let me get rid of this. Oh, I got that one. Oh, here it is. There she is. Isn't she cute? Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for the nice warm welcome for my son here, friends. Yeah. I got the best chat people in the business. So we got a nice comfy chat always going on here. So there's little Emery. She's so cute. And I can't wait to see her. She's in the hospital, I think, still, isn't she, AJ? I call my son AJ. It helped the confusing issue a little bit. So yeah. Yep. That's my second grandbaby. Isn't she adorable, Kelly George? Yes. And Artist 61, thank you. And Dark Brain. See, and Yoshi. Everyone's amazed. Oh, you're home now. Oh, good. Well, let me know when I thought you were still I when you called today, I thought you were still at the hospital. Yeah. Well, let me know when it's okay to come on over there. Um, I guess I gotta wear like little booties over my shoes or something. There we go. There she is. Isn't she pretty? Babies are just the best. Yes. Babies are pretty neat. Um, when they're that young, they're really super dependent, you know. Uh, now, some babies when they're born, I think like a deer can like walk minutes after they're born, but humans take a little longer, a little longer. Yeah, grandbabies are great. Got 2 grandbabies now. Cutest 2 little kids in the world, I gotta say. Cuddle her while she's little because they grow fast. Oh yeah, they grow fast. Yep, yep. They sure do. They grow amazingly fast. And Q Trendsetter says, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank all veterans her for their service, on here for their service. Happy pre-Veterans Day in 45 minutes, 11/11/2021 at 11 a.m. Wow. Yes. Thank you for your service, everybody. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. That's right. So we're very honored that that there are brave men and women that risk their lives to keep us free. That's why we can't hand our freedom over. Um, stand up to the lockdowns. That's what I say. Stand up to the lockdowns. Find your courage and stick up for your kids' right to breathe. And we can end this whole thing because people, the power is with the people. The people have all the power. We always have had. We just forgot how to play the game. But it's so nice to see so many people are taking grassroots steps to right the ship and to get it going on a patriotic path where truth, honesty, and truth, justice in the American way will be the way it is again, and as it should be. Yes, as it definitely should be. Yeah, so there's Emery, and she's just a doll. So there she is. And she's just a few days old. Just a few days. So, brand new kid. I guess the mother said that the night before, the baby did not sleep much, just kicking a lot, kicking a lot. Wanted to get out. So I guess that's what happened. Found a way out. Okay. Does that include the French army? Well, every country has patriots, that defend their countries. Everyone should be proud of their own country, and we should all be able to live in harmony together. Everybody has something different they bring to the table, and that's what makes the world a wonderful place. And if you're alive at this time, it's a very special time, no matter who you are or what you look like or where you're from. It's a wonderful, wonderful time. There's so much potential for good. And we don't get opportunities like this very often. So we need to do what we can peacefully and together as one, as much one voice as we can all say together the things that we need to say to turn this whole ship around. And it's happening. And it's listen to Red Pill 78. He's got some good advice for people. So there you go. There you go. So there's another picture of Emery that I'm going to show here because You seem to like pictures of Emery. There she is. She's looking like she's getting a little bit of an attitude there. All bundled up. So she's concerned about something. She's thinking hard. Cute little kid. Definitely cute. So there you go. Just a few days old. Just a few days old. And too cute. So cute. Just like her sister, Hazel, who is also extremely cute. So we have to protect our children and grandchildren from anything that will harm them, because childhood is sacred. We need to protect children's childhoods because you can't redo them. You know, can't. So we need to protect all of the childhoods that we, all the children that we are coming in contact with. We need to protect those children and to protect their childhood, because it's a very important thing. It's what happens to our children happens to our future. So we need to treat our children with much, much respect and honor them, and not do anything that would harm their childhood. Everyone needs to have a really happy childhood. And that's the way we'll have a very good future, if all of our children have great childhoods. So if we all work together to make every child we come in contact, to be a good influence and show the kids how to be a good adult and a good, helpful, nice person, because it's catchy, I think of the nice people as I was growing up, I love to emulate some of those nice people that were very nice to me as a child. So it's a very special thing, childhood. It's a very important thing, like probably the most important thing. So here's to childhood and happy childhoods, happiness. There you go. She doesn't look very happy right there. Maybe she might be doing her business or something. I don't know. There she is. And that's Emery. So AJ, feel free to call in if you want to. It'd be good to hear from you. If anyone wants to call in, feel free. And I had the pleasure of being on another show the other day, The Conspiracy Couch, with Alara and Foyle. That was a lot of fun. So that's a great show. If you haven't subscribed to them, subscribe to them. Conspiracy Couch, and they have a bunch of other shows too that they do. Yeah. Well, maybe I need to show a picture of my other granddaughter now, because if she's watching, she might go, "Oh, how come he's not showing my picture?" Right? Do I have her picture here? Might have to look it up. Yeah. I don't see it here. So I have to open it up. I hope you're all having a great time today. Oh, okay. Green Dragon 64 says, I'm grateful for my awakening. It has helped me be an even better father. Yes. You know, the more we know, the better. Sometimes our kids don't listen to us, and that's, you know, that's their free will to do what they want to do, especially if they're older. Um, Sometimes the wisdom of your father or your mother is something you should listen to, but sometimes it's not. Um, just have to hope things all work out for the better, right? Always, always. All right. Um, let's see. Pretty windy, huh? You could use the wind bike then, huh? Oh, yeah. If it's windy, you need the wind bike, right? I think AJ remembers that. Aaron Jr. remembers the wind bike, don't you? Got to look that up now. Yep, that was something that me and the kids invented one day. Because we had a free bike and my son found a patio umbrella. Where is it? Nope. There we go. There it comes. All right. Here we go. Now you're going to see AJ in his younger years when he was younger and we lived at a campground. So, how do you like that? It was fun living at this campground. All right. Frontier Wilderness was the name of it. All right. And here is the famous wind bike that we made on a very windy day. Yes, we got the bike for free. Someone was throwing it away in Sturgeon Bay. It was parked by the road. It said free on it. So we took it, brought it home, and AJ said, Hey, Dad, look at someone's throwing away an umbrella. Let's take it. I'm like going, AJ, what are we going to do with that? I mean, we don't even have a patio table. And I thought, wait a minute, we got that bike and it's windy. Yeah. Well, we got that thing together, and I tipped the bike up, and the umbrella was not open like that. It was still closed. But there came a gust of wind behind me, and it took off, and I took off with it. And it was before I cut the holes up here so I could see. And I couldn't see, so I had to dump it right away and cut the holes so I could see. And it actually helped it because it was actually going too fast. It was like, whoa. So it needed this. And it didn't take much of a breeze, and you could go right up a hill. Unbelievable. So there's the wind bike. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it only blew me in the ditch 3 times or twice. But yeah, it is dangerous. But there's my son having fun on that thing. We had to tape up part of it because it was kind of dragging. But it worked remarkably well. And you could crank it up, you could crank it in and crank it out. But the wind sometimes just opens it right up. and it doesn't take much of a breeze. And next time I want to make one out of clear plastic, because this this was a little bit more dangerous because it obscured your vision quite a bit. But yeah, there it is. Yeah, next time, visibility problem. Yes, Jerry. Hello, Jerry. Yeah, next time I'm going to make it with clear plastic instead of. I didn't have a. Yeah, it was just we used a found item, and so we improvised. Praying for really good breaks. Yeah. Yeah. Helmet is wearing AJ for protection. Looks dangerous in front at the same time. Oh yeah, he had a lot of fun in that thing, didn't you, buddy? Call in and talk about it. Let's talk about it. Be kind of fun to talk about. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, and AJ, you could just call me on my phone too if you don't have my if you don't have Zoom, call in on my phone. Okay, call that way, and then we can just hear you. All right. My phone's right over here. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was so much fun. My goodness. And you know, we lived off this road called Hillside Road, and it's a kind of a gentle slope going up, kind of steep, but it's a pretty long hill. And one day I was on the wind bike and there was a gentle breeze and it blew me right up that hill. I did not have to pedal once going uphill. It was fantastic. But here we're on a peninsula and we got large bodies of water all around us. And so the wind shifts like you wouldn't believe. I mean, it's coming from one direction, now it's coming from another direction. Now I'm going straight, now I'm going in the ditch, you know. Um, so yeah. And there was even an emergency button. You could just push one of those metal buttons in, and then the top part of it would go with the umbrella, leaving the part attached to the bike, the tube still on there. But both times when I got blown in the ditch, it was just too quick. I couldn't respond quick enough because it was just too fast. It happened too fast, and there it was just there it was. But yeah, there it happened. And now it was we painted it silver because it was like blue flowers, blue and yellow flowers. It looked ridiculous. So we had to make it look a little cooler. So we did spray paint it silver, which which made it look kind of like a UFO when it's coming down the street. So there you go. There it is. Oh, you have a crying baby. We're busy. Sorry. Okay, I understand. Yeah. Yeah, I remember those days. You might not remember those days, but I remember them. Yep. Yep. We all got to take our turn doing that. Yep. There you go. So I thought that was fun to bring there's my son, AJ, Aaron. I think, is this your Dallas Cowboys jacket? I can't tell. He was into the Dallas Cowboys, which around here, when we moved here, it's Green Bay Packer land up here. So yeah, it was, but you can like whatever team you want to like. I would never limit a kid like that. So that's what he liked. Everybody likes different teams. That's okay. No big deal. Here apparently it's a big deal. I don't know, AJ. Are you still a fan of the Dallas Cowboys? Yes, it was. That was your Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, Jack. That's what I thought. Yeah, yeah. Well, they have a cool logo. It's a star, right? And they got cheerleaders. I think they all do, but I think they got some popular cheerleaders or something. Go Raiders. Um, I don't watch sports anymore. I used to when I was a kid. I outgrew it, so I don't watch that anymore. It's just one of the other teams is going to win, or it's going to be a tie. It's the way it is. That's the way it is. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so we started off with that lightning picture. I'm going to show that again because a lot of people came and maybe they didn't see it. So this is a picture just randomly showed up on my news feed today. Someone shared it, and it's this crazy lightning bolt, or apparently a lightning bolt, is some sort of electrical discharge. But it's got this round thing up here. And what is that? You know, I've never seen anything like that before. Have you all? And I was making comments before how these arms aren't as angular, they're more organically flowing and curves instead of sharp angles. So, and I don't know if this is a ship right here. What is that? It looks like it's a big bank of dark clouds. The sky looks kind of light over here, but this is thick clouds here apparently. Very strange. Very strange indeed. Very, very strange. Oh, Q trendsetter. Maybe attach some type of wings on each side of the forks that flap up and down. Flaps up to catch the wind and flap down to slow down. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, just some little wind helper attached to the bike. Yeah. You could wear one of those parachute suits too. Those it has a webbing between the legs and the arms. You could probably be your own. Uh, you could be your own. What you call it, right? Plasma or electric entity could be. It could be a ship. Could be. It almost looks like a globe. It looks like a globe or some kind of spherical object up there. And it's really dark right around that area. Look at that. Isn't that strange? So strange. Oh, look at that. I didn't see that before. Huh. Almost looks like a stick figure um, falling backwards, like stumbling. Stick figure. Let's see what people say. Plasma ball of lightning could be, yeah. Could be. Emerther aliens, hello there, greetings. Natural immunity, yes. Thank you, Dark Brain. Yeah, check out that link for natural immunity. That's what they found out in Israel. 13 times better than what you can get artificially, which should be no big, we're not as advanced as we like to think we are, folks. A lot of the things that we do are holdovers from an older time. They found, I like to bring this up too, because they found a doctor's kit in a shipwreck, and it was airtight, and they opened it up, and it was from hundreds of years ago. And in this airtight box was all this medical equipment from this doctor that was on board, apparently. And there was a bottle of pills. And so they took the bottle of pills and they examined them. They cut them apart and examined what's inside, what's on the outside. Okay, the clay they used on the outside is a clay they still use for some pills. And what they found on the inside was some of the same stuff they put in pills today. So if we're still making some of the same things we made hundreds of years ago, how advanced are we? How advanced really are we? And what is the darn deal there, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's very strange. Very strange indeed. So yeah, that's that. Okay, what's this gonna do? It's very strange. Very, very strange indeed. Finn, and there's my son's dogs. Yeah. Hey, ZNN, Zeta News Network. Hello there. ZNN, I like that. It's a good ring to it. Stick figure with one cement shoe. Yeah, Peggy Dancer. That's right. ZNN, Zeta News Network. I got to check that out. That's a great title. Thanks for stopping in. Well, I guess I'm going to be checking that channel out. Sounds interesting. Oh, we have a guest coming on in, folks. Hello, Mr. Dark Brain. Are you there? He's connecting to his audio, and we got Dark Brain, folks. There he is. My brainiac friend.
How are you doing tonight, Aaron?
Well, if I was doing any better, I'd be you, Mr. Dark Brain.
Very good.
True story. So you got the Zen Frog. I love that guy. He's pretty cool.
That's my favorite avatar. I put it all over the place.
That's pretty cool. So what's new?
I called in with just a couple of items, but hey, first I wanted to congratulate you and your son Aaron on your beautiful new daughter and granddaughter Emery. She's absolutely gorgeous.
Isn't she? Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Glad you guys have a happy, healthy little cutie pie.
Yeah. Very wonderful. So what else have you been working on your microscope?
A little bit. I haven't done any more actual microscope, but I've been working on that pond life video. I've been
Okay.
kind of distracted from it, but I'm getting it a little closer, getting the clips kind of honed down. I just gotta finish that up and put them on a string or whatever, so it's a video. But so I'll have that done sometime soon. Some pretty good footage.
Editing takes a long time. Yeah,
Oh, it's a pain.
it really is. I mean, even when I first started back in the early 90s when I was doing cable access, I would come in after a full day of work and to the studio and shoot a 30-second commercial, fake commercial. And the editing would take way longer than writing it and acting it or anything else.
Oh yeah. I used to do some video editing as a kid for fun using 2 VCRs, right? Like,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah, just kind of start and stop and have the other one recording and then
oh,
flip
yeah.
out. So it's kind of fun, but it gets tedious.
I used to make party tapes, audio tapes, cassette tapes, party tapes. I'd spend hours making the perfect party tape, right? So you don't have to keep switching the albums. This was before, yeah. And now I'm like looking at these piles of cassettes going, wow, I spent all that time making it music and now it's just at the tip of your finger, right? It's everywhere.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, not that long ago, that was the hot setup, being able to even have a recordable tape deck so you could record songs off the radio. And you felt all sly, like, oh, I'm getting these new songs for free. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, a bunch of mixtapes. I used to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. When I buy an album, I would record it right away. I record it and then I would listen to the recording so it wouldn't damage the record anymore by playing it. So that's what I did. Hey, Sapo, that's your friend, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
That's neat. Have you been watching the Trial of the Century?
I did watch a little bit of it during the week, and then today I watched pretty much all day at work. I had it in my earphone, and that was something. That was
It was
crazy.
something. It was good. It looks like they're trying to get a mistrial. That's why they tried to enter that other evidence in.
Yeah, that seemed a little nefarious. And that judge was pretty good. He shot him right down and just said, it's
Yeah.
the proof is on you to prove that this is worthwhile. You're gonna do some kind of,
Mhm.
pinch and squeeze and try to zoom in on it, and then it's like just, there's ways around that. I would have told them, hey, just play it full size, and if we can't see it, the guy is saying, oh, magnifying glass and all this. It's like, fine, go get a magnifying glass. Go get a magnifying glass and put it up on a projector if that's what you got to do.
Wow.
I mean, that's what I'd have told them, but it is weird. I didn't realize the mistrial. I'm not too up on legalese and all that good stuff, but yeah, if they could do that, that would be a travesty.
Yeah. What do you think about, did you see that Simpsons predicting the astral world thing?
I did not. I have not seen that.
Oh, I'll put it up right now then.
Okay.
I hope I still got it on my desktop. Yep, I do. Yeah, check this out. 2018. The Simpsons did it again.
Huh, that was 2018, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that weird? And it's all like fire and brimstone in the mouth, just like the thing. Now, I don't know if this was actually in an episode of Simpsons or maybe some artist just whipped this up in the style of the Simpsons so they could get clicks. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't.
I don't know. I mean, that seems like it could be likely because it would
Might be.
be, yeah, I don't know. It's
Who
hard to say.
knows? Yeah, who knows? But the Simpsons have a pretty good track record now of predicting the future. I mean, it's gone beyond the point of coincidence, don't you think?
Well, some of the things, some of those Simpsons things have been maybe misconstrued, like particularly the stuff with like Trump going down the escalator. As it turns out, certain things like that were done after the fact, and then mistakenly thought to have been done before.
Really?
Yeah, I believe the Trump escalator, and then there was one. I don't think it was an episode per se. I want to say it was like a uh, sort of like a promo short that had all these pictures on a wall, and they're kind of panning over these supposed photos on a wall, and each of the photos is kind of like a current event. So it was sort of a topical uh, topical ad with sort of current events in it. So some of those have been misconstrued. However, the 9/11 Simpsons predictions, if you will, those are a little odd to me. I mean,
Really?
those were done years before, like maybe shoot, I don't know if quite a decade before, but maybe close, where it shows it seems to show the Twin Towers, and it shows like the I'd have to review it, but it was like a 9 with towers as the 11, and I think they were going to Capital City,
Right.
and there's all these various little hints that in retrospect you can look at it and say, well, it sure coincidentally ties in to that event. So
Uh-huh. Okay.
and there's other thing. I think 9/11 was definitely a lot of predictive programming, or maybe even like warnings put out, or kind of like, yeah, I guess I would call it warnings maybe to other members of the group, saying, hey, this is going to happen on this date, and if you're in the club and know their language, then you could decipher
Right.
what was coming, what they were planning. So I think there are certain plans that they do put out.
Hmm. Well, I do know from Andrew Bashago's testimony that he was shown a looped video image of a plane hitting the Twin Tower over and over again. It was just looped. And he was shown this in 1971. His dad brought it back from the future and showed it to him. And that was before the buildings were even built. They were being built at the time in 1971. I think one of them was halfway done being built. And they
Right.
already knew the date that when they were gonna come down and the exact times. So some elements of our secret government knew that in 71, and yet they still didn't evacuate. That's the bigger question, I think. Okay, you knew what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. Well, do you just not tell everybody? You only tell some people. I mean, it seems like they just told some people. Um, but yeah,
Some people were definitely told. Yeah.
and that's why they knew to have that um, mock drill at the exact same time when it was really happening. They knew when it was going to happen. They knew when to have the drill, so people would be confused. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I definitely agree with that. And I kind of don't see it as a mystery of why didn't they remove people if they knew it was going to happen. In my opinion, they planned it and executed that plan.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that's the reason they knew the exact time and date and all that. But a bigger question to me would be, did that video then uh, sort of spark their plan? Was them knowing that video, was that then, did that put in their mind to
Use it for
create,
something. Yeah, right.
to create this plan? Like, did it,
Sure, sure.
I don't
Yeah,
know, it's weird.
retro causation, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's very strange.
it is very strange.
hard to say what the answer is there.
But now Brett Stillings was one of Andrew's co-jumpers in the jump room. He claims he's from a different reality, different timeline. The timeline he's from, that only one of the Twin Towers was hit and it didn't fall down.
Huh.
So he wanted to get back to that one. But
Interesting. Huh.
but yeah, the Simpsons. So you're saying now, so you're saying that supposedly these other ones have been debunked because they were not really in an episode from before?
Some of them for sure. Like for sure, the Trump coming down the escalator.
Really?
That was made at a later date. Yeah, I'm
Are
pretty.
you sure? Because I know that there was an episode like from 2000 where Trump was the president. And I remember
Right.
seeing that, and I could have sworn that was in it. No?
I don't think that was in it, but you're right that there was the episode with Trump as president, and then it actually had him in a coffin.
I
and
know.
It had Lisa Simpson as almost a Hillary-like figure with the
Yeah.
kind of the same get up and saying
Mhm.
some of the same stuff. So that was a little, that's pretty odd.
I was hoping that part of it would not come true. Definitely.
Yeah.
But so yeah. So that's interesting. Now, I wonder if they took it out of the episode and then mocked something up to make it look like they did it now. Who knows? That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Well, now I got to look into it again.
Yeah.
See? Wow. This truth questing isn't as easy as they said it was going to be, is it?
No, it's not.
So what's new? What do you see in this crazy world? What's
Well, I called in with a couple of items.
okay.
The first one's maybe a little more fun. Second one's not that fun. So the first one is tonight I maybe saw a UFO. I mean, it was unidentified,
Oh,
but yeah. So here's the story. I went to visit a family member. Was waiting outside. It was around. It was sunset. So sun had gone down. The sky was pretty dark, but on the western horizon, it was still a little bit illuminated, nice orange. Anyway, looking over there at the sunset, I saw a object, kind of like just a black sort of line. So I looked at it and I was watching it, hoping to see something, and it was flying across from the west to the east. And at first I thought, well, it could be a bird. It was kind of far out there, but not like vastly far. But it was far enough out I couldn't really make it out, and it's kind of dark out.
mm-hmm.
Make out a whole lot of detail, but it was kind of like a black sort of flat line. And so I thought, well, it could be a bird. Could be a bird with its wings outstretched, like a large bird, maybe a buzzard or something. But I started looking to see if it flapped. If it's a buzzard soaring, they're kind of flat like that. And it wasn't just like a thin little line. It was kind of had some structure to it or whatever, but basically a line. Anywho, I was watching it to see if it would flap, because when they flap, they kind of go up and down a little bit, and you can see some odd, or not odd, but you can see some motion, movement.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it did not seem to flap. Now they can soar a long way, but it wasn't particularly windy. Now way up there, maybe there's some air currents. And another thing with the buzzards and that kind of bird, or they usually have to sort of swoop down or maybe catch a thermal and like rise up. So they'll have some vertical changes to kind of keep momentum. And this one just pretty well just went flat all the way across.
Okay.
So it never really deviated from that. So then I said, well, it could be a small plane, like a fixed wing, Cessna or something like that. But it didn't really have a whole lot of underbelly, like a plane. You generally see some kind of carriage underneath.
Mhm.
This didn't really seem to have that, but it could have been. It wasn't, and it seemed like it wasn't all that far out there. Uh, if they're way far out, you can't really make a whole lot out on them, but it didn't seem like it was that far out. The proportions were kind of different enough. Like if it was close enough that the wing spread was as wide as it was, I suspect I would have been able to see something underneath. Anyway, it didn't really have much underneath, and it seemed close enough I'd have been able to see it. Anyway, it was just that kind of black thing, and
Wow.
when it was against the brightness of the sunset, I could see it pretty clear. But then as it moved over to the east, and it started kind of go behind the building, so I backed way up so I could see it go over the top of the building. And then when it got basically where I was facing north or a little bit northeast, it got into the blackness of the sky and I could no longer see it. But it was
Wow.
just a nice flat movement across, no deviation, no swooping, no flapping. So who knows? It could have
So
been.
could have been a cigar type shape.
It wasn't really cigar shaped. It was more like flat wing shaped. Like it looked pretty thin, and there wasn't really any like thickness to it, and wasn't really any rounded edges. It kind of went to tapered edges.
Could it be
And
one of those solar powered airplanes that are kind of like just a wing with a bunch of little propellers on it?
maybe you're like a glider of some sort, perhaps, because it had a pretty wide wingspan compared to what little bit of thickness it might have had in the middle. So it could have been a plane of some sort. I don't think it was a your standard fixed wing Cessna type plane, but who knows? I wish
Interesting.
wish I
Course, you
had some
got, of course, you
binoculars.
got lots of video footage of it, didn't you?
It was pretty quick, by the time I caught it, from the time I saw it on one end of the sky to the time it got to about the facing north, it probably didn't last
Right.
15 to 20 seconds. So it was moving pretty quick.
I'm always amazed people are able to get what they're able to get because sometimes when you see something like that, that's like the furthest thing from your mind. You're like, whoa, what's that? Kind of catches you off guard. But then
Yeah.
time to do it because okay, do I go get my camera or just keep watching it, right?
Yeah, I had it there on my hip, and it took a 10 to 15 seconds for me to be like, well, hey, what is that? Could that be a bird? Let's look for,
Right,
signs of
right. Yeah,
bird
you're
movement.
analyzing.
No,
Yeah,
bird.
you're
Yeah.
analyzing it.
Yeah. And then is it a plane? Well, maybe, but here's some deviations that make me think it doesn't necessarily look like that. And then by then it was into the darker part and I couldn't see it anymore. But yeah, something. I saw something. It's
There you
cool.
go. Hey, that's interesting. Yeah. You know what
Yeah.
I see, what I've noticed around here when during the sunset is there's these it looks like some kind of craft, some kind of reflection kind of a craft. But I don't know if it's a craft or just some kind of anomaly, but it looks like a very bright thing in the sky and it changes as the sun goes down. It moves as the sun goes down. It's not always there, but it's there often enough to, it's like some kind of weird atmospheric thing, I think. I don't think it's any kind of ship.
Huh.
I gotta let those dogs in pretty soon. So what was the other thing you called in about?
All right. So the other thing is a little more nefarious. I don't like it at all.
Oh,
So that
oh,
link, that link I dropped in the chat, it's to the world's largest real world study coming out of Israel. It
mm,
shows effectiveness of natural immunity compared to the what.
right.
And there's a lot of good data in there. I was I saw that, I read through it, I compiled a bunch of notes for a family member to send to them so that they could see all this very sourced data
Hmm.
that shows. I'll say this, some of the good info in there is that it showed between a naturally immune person and somebody that has artificial immunity, let's call it,
Hmm.
that a person with artificial immunity had as high as, I think it was about 15% higher likelihood, 15 times more likely to test positive. When you go further and say test positive plus have symptoms, have symptomatic infection, the artificial immunity was as high as 27 times as likely to have symptomatic infection.
Wow.
Vastly higher.
Yeah.
So the natural immunity is vastly superior. It also showed, and if you go to my Gab page, I got this list of stuff, or you can just click the link and read through it yourself. But they also tested somebody that had natural immunity against people that had the natural immunity plus the supposed additional protection.
Mm-hmm.
And that study group was over 14,000 people. And when you get into the symptomatic reinfection, of that 14,000 people, there was, I may have the numbers a little wrong, but it was like 36 people with pure natural immunity came down with the thing and symptoms. And I think it was something like, let's see, hang on a second, 16. No, maybe it was lower. It might have been something like 21 people in the natural only, and something like 16 people in the natural plus V category. It's a difference of 7 people. So getting that extra boost, if you will, lowered in a cohort of 14,000 people, it decreased it by 7 people.
Wow.
So that's an additional, that's a decrease of 0.05%. Minuscule.
Yeah.
Minuscule compared to the chance of all the adverse circumstances that would surround getting that extra 0.05% protection. Not worth it, in my opinion.
But I thought it was normal for 5-year-olds to have heart attacks.
It's the new normal.
I thought it was normal for that.
Somebody also put together a video just a while back. I didn't watch the thing, but it's video footage of 75 different European athletes, probably mostly soccer players because that's what they like there. Anyway, 75 different athletes, young, healthy, in the prime of their life, specimens of athletic vigor. And these guys are running around out there, 75 of them on video, just dropping dead on the field. Heart attacks mostly.
Wow.
And that's like in the last 5 months that 75 of these cats have just keeled over, deader than hell.
Oh my God.
Prime of their life. Yep, completely normal. Nothing to see here.
Well, it really does seem like there's ample evidence for extremely nefarious depopulation program going on here, because it seems like there's a lot of adverse reactions, but yet that is considered conspiracy talk. Anyone who says anything different, they're canceled. So, I don't know how people can not see this. It just hurts me that people can't see this. But
yeah, it's bizarre. So speaking of getting canceled, that bit of the story was the lead in. So here's the story. I compiled that data. I had the link. I sent it to this family member. I believe it was October 31st. Sent it to him, trying to give him this big thing of data. The next week, I'm talking to him about it, and they kept seeming confused. I had sent them a lot of links and a lot of data, so they were just like, "What?" So I was explaining it to them, kind of like, "Oh, I guess they didn't read it through it or anything."
Right.
Anyway, this week, I was again talking to them about it at the beginning of the week. And I was like, that link I sent you. They're like, I have to look back through my text. I guess, I don't know what's up. They text me the next day and say, was that study from the Hartford study? Or was that from Hartford? And I was like, I don't know what Hartford is. It's out of Israel. Here's the link. And I sent it to him again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked to him, let's see, did I talk to him that same time? I think the next day I talked to him and they're like, oh, was it from Hartford? And I was like, no, it's the one I sent you. So standing there with them, I sent it again, thinking they got it. That night I get a text saying, so you were going to send me that link, right? And I'm like, yeah, I did. This is the third time I've sent it to you. Here's the link.
Wow.
And then I get a text saying, so where, like an hour later, so where's that link you're going to send to me? And I was like, it's the above text I just sent you.
Wow.
Did you not get it? Here it is again. Boom. Did you get the link? And I texted him, did you get the link? Tell me if you got the link. I didn't hear anything back. I called him, said, actually, I did get a text and it said, no, I've got a text from, 10:23, 10:24, and 10:37. And I was like, well, those are the three that I sent asking you if you got the link. So I called him and said, you don't have this link. I kind of spelled it out, it's the Med RXIV. They're like, no, there's no link here. And I was like, I've sent it to you 5-6 times right now. So today I went over there. We sat down with our phones, opened up our text threads and compared them.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other texts, all the other links I had sent are all there. But every time I dropped that link, whether it was by itself or with the data set that I'd drawn up, any of that, everywhere where I had sent that, it's missing from their phone. It was never delivered.
Wow.
6 different times. So here we are sitting side by side. I send him the link and the data set again. It doesn't show up.
Wow.
Send him just the link. It doesn't show up.
Wow. What does that tell you?
I send him then just the data set with no link. Boop, it pops up. Okay. So I say, how am I going to do this? So I sent the link, but I sandwiched it between a bunch of other letters. I put like H or F or something like 100 times, and then put the link and then followed it with no spaces with a bunch of other letters behind it. So it was just like a string of letters with this link kind of in between.
Sure.
On my text message end, the how it kind of hyperlinks a web address. The hyperlink was all messed up. It had part of it clipped off at the beginning, part of it clipped off at the end. It kind of tried to make a link out of the center portion. So it was all jacked. It never showed up to his phone.
Wow.
Said, all right, I'm going to send you half the link. And then I'm going to send you the other half of the link.
Good idea.
So I did that. I sent him the first part. It went through. Sent him the second part. It went through. So if he combines them in the web browser, it'll take him to the link. But that tells me that link.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Someone's at the door.
Okay. Hey, shout outs to all my good friends in Quest World. Questing for the truth. Mud Rabbit, love you. All my cool friends like the Zoso crew, Peggy Dancer, artist. You're awesome. Let's see, we got Ralph Gutierrez. Much love, brother. Prayers for your healing. Kelly George, my friend. Prayers for everything that you need. I don't know if Abby was out there tonight, but prayers for Abby too. And all the other wonderful people.
I should be back there right now. I mean, I'm on the air.
And Aaron Moriarty Jr., wonderful to have you jump and chat with us. Congratulations again on your beautiful new baby. And I hope you guys are having fun. So once Aaron gets back, I'm going to rant a little more about what all this means. This deleting of texts, censored right off my text messages. I don't know what that's about. Don't know what that's about, but it's a little worrisome.
Your house? Yes.
Uh,
Yep.
sounds like Aaron's having a little get together. Good for him.
All right, well, you just bring them.
I'm gonna bring him in. I'm doing a show right now.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Oh, that was the cops. That was the cops.
Uh-oh.
That was the police.
Oh my goodness.
And someone's complaining about the dogs. So I have to go let the dogs in. And so I guess I have to close down the show. Gosh,
Well, no problem.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, that's
Thank you for taking over while I was. I can't believe it, but that's what happens.
Yeah.
And the dogs are barking right now, so I gotta go. I gotta go take care of that. Thank you so much, Dark Brain, for calling in. You saved the show.
Oh,
You
my
really
pleasure,
did.
friend.
You really did, and very interesting information. And I will try to send that link along to my person that I'm talking about too. It might be too late for my person I'm thinking about, but hopefully we can all get there soon. Well, thank you so much, Dark Brain. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Nah, just guys keep an eye on those text messages. If somebody or something is censoring them, I don't know if it's the phone company or some higher agency that is monitoring those texts or what, but that particular link for me was blacklisted. I don't know if it's part of your list. What else could be on the list? Who knows? I don't know. It's very worrisome and very troubling.
It
And
is.
insidious. I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either. And, you know, I've said it before, it's the Chinafication of America. They're trying to Chinafication, they're trying to make us into China. And I don't want China to be here. They're fine in their own country. We need to be free here. So thank you very much for stopping by to the show. And thank you, Dark Brain. You're a great mod. And yeah, I'm lucky at Zozo that they had so many people because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Maybe go to powwow sometimes, so I'm not so nervous about it next time. But
all right. Well, it was my pleasure, Aaron. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful week. We'll talk to you again soon there.
okay, great. Friday night for sure. All right, take care, buddy. Best in the business, folks. And if you ever have the cops call at your door, you better have Dark Brain to help you out because he sure is helpful. All right. Good night, Dark Brain.
Good night, sir.
Okay, folks. Thank you so much for coming by to the Truth Quest today. Because and you know, we're always downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal, flying high above the stratosphere in the area of space we call no fear. Thank you very much, folks, and we'll see you Friday night. Until then, peace in.